following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
As much as we talked about Caitlyn, like, yeah, some people watched WNBA games, but for the most part, if you didn't watch WNBA, Caitlyn didn't really bring you there.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Once again, it's your man, Ruben, in the house, because we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff that you probably talk about with your people, but, you know, we just do it on air. And, of course, with me today, my boy, Mo B. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? Mario crowded my space, bro.
I see, man. You got the West Coast Avengers going on over there. I mean, I feel like you add a new one every day. Who's that guy all the way up at the top?
I don't know. I think that's the dinosaur from Land Before Time.
I see you hiding in the shadows, man. Where he about to jump out and get somebody?
I don't know, man. He doing what he do, man.
How was your week, bro?
I mean, it was, but man, it was a week, man. That's what it was. It was a week.
All right. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, today was 80 degrees, and then 5 o'clock hits is 60. It's like, we gonna go ahead and just get cold real quick, and I'm just like, oh, I'm glad I got my shit done this morning. Because if I was planning on doing something after 5 o'clock, I would have froze out there, you know. So, yeah, man, try to get some yard work done today. You know, got my ass up in the morning. You know, trying to do that thing. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But yeah, man, other than that, you know, I guess first thing, shout out to University of Connecticut Huskies, national champs. You know, I watched a bit of the game. No, you do not. I watched a bit of the game. It was good. I mean, but by the time I really was going to watch it, it was second half, and they had already beat the crap out of them by like 20. And, you know, I mean, UConn doing UConn things, I guess. So, yeah, it was a little wild.
It's one of them games, man.
Yeah.
South Carolina just couldn't make shots. And, I mean, honestly, they didn't play bad defense. It just, they couldn't make no shots. And
nothing.
UConn was automatic in the mid-range.
Bro, I mean, because the first game they played, it was about a bunch of three-pointers. And they stopped the three-pointers, but they couldn't stop the mid-range. And it was just, you know, and they couldn't make a layup. It wasn't their day. You know, shout out to Don Staley and, you know, University of South Carolina Gamecocks, Lady Gamecocks, excuse me. But yeah, man, today this tournament was just about UConn because they beat everybody fairly decently, you know. So, hey, man, I mean, I guess when it's all said and done, Paige had to get her one.
Yeah.
You know, and she won't about to be denied. However, I thought the interesting part and probably the gratitudinal part of it was that, you know, when they were doing giving the trophy away and stuff like that. I think the cool part was when AZ Fudd got most outstanding player, and she was like legit shocked. Like her face was like, what?
Well, I mean,
and I understand.
I think because it would have just been easy to just give that to Paige.
Yeah.
Although, like, Paige played great throughout the tournament, and the Final Four, like, that was carried by somebody not named Paige Beckers. Like,
yeah. She was by far the glue that held them together. You know?
And I mean, honestly, it was just cool because, I mean, we talk about Paige Beckers, like, overcoming all the injuries. Like, bruh, like, they came in together and you wouldn't even know it based on the fact that they barely played.
Yeah.
Before this year, I think they had only played like 3 games together. Yeah. And they came in at the same time.
Yeah, because she got hurt. She blew her ACL, 2 years ago, and it was, or last year.
And I didn't hear about what the commentators were saying because, to be honest, like, I'm not a Rebecca Lobo fan on color commentator, and Ryan Rooker, like, doesn't do it for me either. So, to be honest, I could listen. I watched that game primarily in mute, in my own head. But wife was like, AZ Fudd's like, Mom saran wrapped her right arm, so she had to use her left. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. I'm like, man, that's dedication. I'm like, man, that's one way to do it. When you're getting somebody to get better with their left at like teenager. No, she did it when she was 2.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
She was 2. I was like, damn. Like,
well, if I'm correct, and I think I want to make sure I get the parent right, her mom was part of that Harvard team who was a 16th seed and beat the 1 seed for the first time ever.
Wouldn't know. I'm just being honest. Like, I just wouldn't know.
Same either. I didn't know till they said it, and I was like, "Word." Now I see. Like, moms knew what was up, and she's like, "Yo, if you're gonna play basketball, you're gonna play basketball." And she even said it. AD Flood even said it's like, "Yo, I'm not here without my parents." He played for NC State.
I just know, as far as like basketball teams go, like, this could be, everybody wants, I mean, look, let's be honest. The championship game we thought we were going to get was USC versus USC.
Yeah.
And then Juju blew her knee. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if we're not, I shouldn't say if we're not careful, like, quiet is kept, UConn has 2 starters that were freshmen. They did a lot of contribution, and South Carolina has a lot of pieces coming back, including their most athletic center, who didn't even play this year because she tore ACL. Like, I mean, we very well could get this game next year.
Hey, man, to me, this shows of what college athletics should be like, because I think it's weird because I don't know, can the ladies leave at a junior, or they gotta wait till their senior year?
I don't think there's anything stopping the ladies from leaving, but the thing is, like, realistically, it doesn't benefit them to leave.
Not until the new CBA for the WNBA kicks in, and that, if it comes out the way that the players want it to, then it'll be different, because it'll be a different financial thing. But here's the thing:
I still think that might be a minute, because, like, women's college basketball gives them more opportunity to make money because there's more of a spotlight on women's collegiate basketball than the WNBA. Like, as much as we talked about Caitlyn, like, some people watched WNBA games, but for the most part, if you didn't watch WNBA, Caitlyn didn't really bring you there.
So here's the interesting about that, because they were talking about this on another show that I was watching. And first of all, the ladies want more money. Hey, I'm with you. You deserve more money. The problem, though, is last year they lost $40 million.
I'm about to say, your league got to make money. Like,
Yeah.
and it's messed up. Who was it for Denver Nuggets that got blasted for making the statements about Michael Porter? He got blasted because he made a whole bunch of statements about, like, hey, I understand they want to make more money, but their league doesn't make, their league isn't profitable, and people aren't watching it. And then he made a statement. He was like, maybe the females need to lower the rims because I would watch them dunking. And then people want to fake get offended because he referred to them as females. And I'm just like, yo, if the female thing bothers you, cool. You want to just be referred to as women. I get it, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just looking for a reason. But nothing else he said sounded misogynistic or anything. It was just like, yo, man, he basically was like, yo, y'all not making the bread we make. So you're never going to have $101 million contract now because your league ain't making no bread. Like,
so here's the thing. The problem is they sacrifice so much in their last TV deals that you're right, they're not making any money. So if I were the ladies, and I'm not, but my thought is, when does our TV contracts be up? That's when I would look at the CBA, because if you ain't making no money, I mean, how are you gonna pay people in crackers? I mean, that's not gonna work.
I mean, and like I hear Angel Reese talking about we ain't gonna play, and I'm like, yo, I get it. Going on strike sounds whatever
until you go on strike.
But the thing is, it's like, yo, man, you gotta. I get it. You might have to take the financial risk. However, you don't have leverage. Like, the people aren't viewing it right now. Now, don't get me wrong. WNBA is building momentum. Like, I know that because I was trying to get some WNBA tickets when Caitlin was coming in the area. Hey, them shits skyrocket when she comes. I was trying to get it when Angel Reese came in the area. Bitches skyrocket.
Yeah.
Like,
which is
so it's like, yo, that's cool. That means there are some must-see people in the league. That means your league is growing. However, I feel like, and I'm not in the loop or educated enough to know if there is financial leverage that maybe they have by going on strike. But it feels an awful lot like when baseball talks about going on strike, and now it's like, hey, but nobody cares as far as like the mass public. Plus, it's like, yo, the WNBA is like, yo, we'll go on strike. Yo, college women's basketball is so big and growing right now. If you go on strike during the summer, who's gonna know? Your league happens during the summer. Like, are there going to be some WNBA pure fans that are like, oh man, I don't get to see Caitlin Clark play. I don't get to see my favorite WNBA player. I don't get to see the best woman basketball player, Asia, play. Like, but
yeah,
I mean, like,
so here are a couple things that, like, I am all for them making more money. I don't think anybody's against it. But here's some things. One, their season's only 44 games. That's your first problem. You can't get NBA money if you ain't, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, the big money sounds great, but you're playing 44 games. Now, are you talking about you want $1 million a game? Then yeah, you're talking like crazy. Now, I think it's a fair statement that even the NBA deals are probably a little inflated because they got too much money. So they almost got to pay some people like $10 million a year who get like 20 minutes a game. And they're just, they're average, okay players, but they're not like bench riders. And so, but it's so much money. It's like the NFL. There's so much money, you gotta pay it. You know, because if not, they probably not gonna raise it up next year. Because that's why a lot of questionable people get paid a lot of questionable money. You know, I would also say that honestly, I think the summer is a terrible time my thing is the draft is on the 14th. Not this Monday, but next Monday. So the season starts in May. I understand why the draft is there. Like, I get it, you know. However, that's also not fair. Like, for one thing, like Caitlin Clark said last year, hey, what are you gonna do during the Olympics? She's like, rest. Because she literally went from college to the WNBA with like a week off. I mean, so, you know, because college kids they running that stuff. Now you're doing it 2 or 3 times more in the WNBA. But as far as the money goes, there's some people staying in college because of the CBA is going to be next year. And they're just like, you know what? I'll go ahead and collect this mill on the NIL. Yeah, you know what? I ain't mad at that.
Who was it that's projected to be the number 2 pick in the WNBA?
Flau'jae Johnson from LSU. She's staying.
Yeah, didn't she entered the transfer portal, so was she going to Notre Dame?
No, did she enter the transfer portal? I know the girl from Notre Dame entered the transfer portal.
Yeah, that's what.
No, it's her. She was projected to go number 2, and she's like, "Nah, I gotta get better on my game." She was also probably like, "Why am I gonna go so I won't make no money in 1 year? I could just do
it's not even not making no money because, like, yo, there are a couple WNBA players who have some leverage. I mean,
the biggest contract was Caitlin Clark's, and she makes $78,000 a year. Now, let's go ahead, and if we're gonna be real, we're gonna be real. She makes $78,000 for roughly like 5 months of work. And I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to shit on it, but I'm gonna say that's about as long as the college women's basketball. So, like, yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, she took a pay cut to go to the WNBA, but I mean, well, she had a year left. She's like, nah, I'm out. I mean, I get that, and nobody's hating on anybody, because here's the thing. That money she's making on her salary, bruh, she's got endorsements upon endorsements. That's where her money at, and she know that. And eventually, like, the WNBA players gonna make that money. You know,
I mean, were you saying Caitlin Clark made the highest rookie salary?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
$78,000 a year.
Okay, I'm about to say, yeah, she's not. I don't think she's not the highest paid. I don't think
somebody makes a mill though.
No, somebody from the Aces makes like $250. I think the highest.
Maybe Asia.
Annual salary. No, I don't think Asia is the highest annual salary.
I don't know, but like, you know, the whole
she should be. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, if anybody can threaten with a holdout and be like, it should be the best player in the league. Yeah. Like, and it's, I understand maybe not a lot of people really follow WNBA, and I am not saying that I am educated enough on WNBA affairs to know, like, be the authority in WNBA, but I do know enough to know she is the best, and there is a gap. It's not like, oh no, man.
Hold on, man. I don't know if it's. I think it's. I would say there's like 5 players, and then there's a gap because it's her.
No. I'm not saying she's like a gap ahead of everybody, but what I'm saying is, like, she's first, and there is significant space between number 2 and 3 and 4, and that's just productivity, man. Like,
I don't know
numbers don't lie, man.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. I mean, because Stewart Breonna Stewart is kind of a beast, man.
Once
She's
again,
a monster.
Breonna Stewart is definitely in the elite. She's definitely the top
Yeah,
5.
I would say there's 3 or 4, and then there's everybody else.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's very debatable who's number 1.
No, I
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's very debatable right now.
Like, it's so not debatable that Asia Wilson didn't play in Unraveled. And I think that's important. Mogo Cowboy, Jewel Lloyd is the highest paid, $241K. I mean, and she's probably one of the oldest. She's been in
Is she the highest?
That's what he just said. That's what Moco just said. Now, I don't know. I don't think that's a per year. I think that's a total contract. I don't know.
I thought somebody from the Aces was making like 250. Like, is it Jackie Young? Hey, bro. Like, I'm out here winging it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I am not even trying to pretend to know.
So the average salary is $130,000. The maximum salary is $241,000, which is Jewel Lloyd, and the minimum salary is $66,000. What happens is you start at $66,000. That's minimum salary. After 3 years, it goes up to $76,000. Now, Caitlin Clark will earn $76,000, so her contract's going to be $338,000 after 4 years. Jackie Young is at the top, unless a new contract was made for Jewel Lloyd for $252,000 a year. So shit. So those two are probably making a quarter of a mil. I ain't mad at that. For 4 or 5 months of work. I mean, 5 months of work. I mean, if you expand that, she's really by aggregate, she is somewhere around like $625,000 a year. That's by aggregate. So like, I mean, that's not horrible. I mean, I can live off $250,000.
Once again, I am not trying to do comparative salary thing.
You can't.
I am not trying, because I mean, no, because if you do that, then it starts to get like, it starts to feel ticky-tack, like you're rooting against women making more money. And it's like, I think I can safely assume that me and you both are 100% in the direction of, yeah, they should be making more money.
Yes.
But like when I hear certain people, Angel, say things like, we should be making just as much money as the men, I'm just like, that, first of all, math doesn't make that work. And when I say math doesn't make that work, you play 40 games?
44 games.
So you're playing half the season.
Yep.
Your playoffs are like the quickest playoffs.
Well, because they're 3 game, 5 game, 5 game, 5 game.
Once again, so total games in the season, you're playing half.
Yeah.
Playoff, you're playing about
half.
Maybe 2/3, but it's probably half.
But it all depends on.
Yeah,
The top 8
you're playing
in the league,
half.
The top 8 in the league, which is only 12 teams, by the way, soon to be 14. So, and that's another situation. You got to grow the league. Remember, because they got rid of like 4 teams, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Well,
the league couldn't handle it.
I'm not even trying to get into the minutia of all that. I'm just like, hey, you're playing half the amount of games. Your league is making no money.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying you should be making money similar to what the guys are making. The math doesn't add up. Cause hey, if you're gonna say we should be making the same, it's like, no, your league is like in this infancy as far as growth wise. It's like, I get it. You want. I think this equality thing is delusional. And what I mean by that is like the idea of equality, when you say we should make the same amount as men, yes, if you're making the same amount of money, if your league is making the same amount as men, you would be making the same. In theory, you're just not.
So here's so what I did, I looked up the TV joints, and here's like they took an L on $40 million. Now I understand why the CBA is happening next year, because they did get a new TV deal. ESPN or Disney is NBC, Universal, and Amazon. So it's $2.2 billion. It's 11 years. So that equates to $200 million per year. So that $40 that they lost automatically made up. So now I see why, they want more. Because now there are no excuses. On the TV deal, they'll have the money. But here's the problem. I mean, $2.2 billion is a lot of money. That's over 11 years. So we're talking $200 million. That ain't nowhere near close. I mean, not even like in the same freaking stratosphere is the male NBA contract. The NBA contract. I mean, we're not even, bro. We're talking like kindergarten and 12th grade. But that's because the popularity is big, but they're just limited on certain things. You want to hear something real messed up? Here's some real messed up. Women's soccer is more popular than women's basketball. And it's like, and they play outside, so more seats. Of course, the women did their gold medal thing, and they were undefeated for like 20 years and all that stuff. So like their following is huge, and now the WNBA's got to get there. It's just going to take time. I don't know if I would have made an 11-year deal. To me, that sounds too much. However, the current deal was worth $60 million per season. So at least they got a raise. They got it triple. From what they were making to what they will be making in 2026. So I get it. I mean, to me, that's a win. Here's the problem. In like 4 years, that deal is going to be done. It's going to be short. That's why I'm saying 11 years might have been, because I guess what I'm going to say it. It's not like there are a whole bunch of people out here clamoring to get the WNBA on their TV screen. As far as channels and stuff.
I mean, yes and no.
Yeah. But I will say this.
I guess the growth that I'm talking about, like the women's and men, when I say the equal thing, like, and I'm like the equality thing, it's like, no, man, when I say equal, I'm talking about your league growth and speed. Like, if you think about the men's game and how it grew, like in the 80s, you look at the 80s league, it grew because Michael Jordan and everything grew that way. But that's when the money started to happen.
Wrong, M. That would be Magic Johnson, not Michael Jordan.
No. I'm talking about the money started, the salary started to grow. Like, yes, the league popularity happened in the early 80s with Magic and Bird. But I'm talking about the money thing happened with Jordan because the shoe deal happened. The Gatorade thing happened. What I'm saying is, like, the money outside the league started to bleed into the league. Correct. That's what I mean. Like, and it feels like the WNBA has almost done it in reverse, because, and I don't mean that like it's a negative thing. Like, no, and I'm not taking it as that. There's some women who 100% are making so much money outside of the WNBA that they're catching up.
Yeah.
The league has to play catch up.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's hard to compare against the NBA because the NBA, I mean,
It just
honestly,
shouldn't compare to the NBA.
well, yeah, exactly, because the NBA used to be shit back in the 70s. And then Magic Johnson, Larry Bird comes around. Oh shit, we're not on tape delay anymore. We need to start playing live because of, all that and Showtime and all that beautiful stuff. And then Michael Jordan really didn't take fire until like 91. That's when he took fire. Because remember, he did come out, he did get the shoe deal and stuff. But one thing people always forget, that Michael Jordan broke his leg in like 87 or 88. So it was a whole season without Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but I guess the only reason I said Michael Jordan in the 80s is because, like, I said the 80s because that's when the shoe deals started to get big.
No.
But you're right. The league caught up in the 90s because that's when everything blew up.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like I think the problem, unfortunately, is that whoever's making their deals needs to be fired. And I say that because I feel like they're stuck in another TV deal that really is going to be, it's going to be, they're going to, I mean, by year 3 of that TV deal, they're going to be paying them.
I mean, yes and no, and I really don't think we need to like get too deep in the minutia of things that we are so unequipped to really be talking about. But I guess the reason that somebody would like want to do a long deal versus a shorter deal is, yes, you would say a shorter deal would be more beneficial because they're going to outgrow it. However, there's no burden of proof that suggests the league is going to get bigger.
Well, it is getting bigger. I mean,
I get it. It's getting bigger. But what I'm saying is like popularity-wise.
Popularity?
Yeah, like there's no proof. Like we can assume and we can say it's on an upward trajectory, but that doesn't mean like the NBA was on an upward trajectory, like with the 90s and Jordan, and then Jordan disappeared and it kind of plateaued.
Yeah.
Like, so.
And then here comes Shaq and Kobe.
But that still was, the league was still on a plateau in popularity. Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, nobody's going to want to take a chance on doing a short deal. The WNBA shouldn't take a chance on a really too short of a deal, because what if you plateau and now your momentum and leverage is gone?
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22. I hear what you're saying. In 3 or 4 years, we might be saying, God, this was a fucking awful deal.
Well, it's not the fact that it'll be an awful deal.
We'll say they outgrew it.
Yeah, they're gonna outgrow it.
But what if they don't? Then we'll be like, man, this was a solid deal. Like they had the foresight to strike while the iron was hot for those billions. Like,
and see, and this is why I feel like all the ladies coming out and being like, I'm trying to get paid, blah 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 blah. I think if it was me, and if I was running that union, I would tell all of them to shut the fuck up and just play. And because the problem with that is
don't do the shut up and dribble thing, man.
No. I'm saying, I'm not trying to say shut up and dribble. I'm basically like, what you don't want to do is overplay your hand. And I think there are some of them who are, and that's the problem. Like, you don't, because I mean, sometimes if you speak for one, some people think you're speaking for all. And honestly,
it's a social media thing.
But
what I mean by they're victims of social media. Like, that's
definitely
just what it is.
That's the problem. And like, like, I hope it doesn't backfire. However, I so can see it backfire. I just hope it doesn't. I mean, yeah, that's all I got on it, man. Because I think
all you got on it. I mean, we've talked like 30 minutes about WNBA, which is something in itself. Like, honestly, that's.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, social media, you don't want to overplay your hand. And I really think whoever, like, the union people should be like, hey, ladies, let's just not talk about the CBA thing this year. Everybody just drop it and let's go play ball. Because if you do that, you put yourself in some situations. And then some people.
Most of the league is. It's just a few of them.
Well, exactly.
That's really loud because they have that ability to be really loud.
And that's the crazy part, because some of them who are loud, I mean, they're already making a way more than the others who aren't being loud, which is interesting.
Well, some people will say that's called using your platform. Some people might think that's abusing your platform. We just don't fucking know.
I just say, hey, I ain't smart enough to be a lawyer, and I ain't smart enough to be in control, but you just got to see the forest for the trees sometimes. And that's it. That, in my opinion, that's it. Like, hey man, I'm gonna quit my job in like December. Cool. Are you gonna tell anybody about it? No, I'm gonna tell everybody. The fuck for? You just wait till December when you put in your 2-week notice. You know? That's all I'm saying. It's like, I just don't want to mess up for those out there who are doing it the right way. So, but I 100% agree with you. Sometimes a platform is that
I just want it to grow. That's it. I just want it to grow.
Because I want to be excited for the WNBA. I really do.
I'm not even trying to go and talk about that. I just want it to grow. Just because, like, I know they do a lot of work, and the growth of the game is happening. So therefore, I want it to work. I just kind of don't like hearing irrational shit.
I mean, they get in their own way.
Maybe
some people
some
are.
of them are, or maybe I think they are, but I don't fucking know enough. Maybe this me thinking they're getting their own way is really just me not understanding the genius of what they're doing. I don't fucking know. I just think I hate social media, and it feels like people are weaponizing social media platforms for this.
Yeah, this generation's crazy about that. But we will end this on this. The one piece of true information I did here is, because somebody was a little pissed off about it, Indiana Fever will be on television. 41 of their 44 games will be on national TV. In contrast, the WNBA champions, the New York Liberty, will be on TV 38 of their 44 games. Just go put that out there. So, I heard somebody talk about it. They were a little something about it. And I was just like, hey man, you got to ride your moneymaker. Because right now, everybody's coming to see her. And I mean, right now, it's just unfortunately, it's what it is. I'm not going to sit here and be like, she's a savior. I'm not that. But, you know, to me, I consider that the Jordan effect. Because that's how Jordan was. That's how all the big stars were. That's how Kobe was.
The Jordan effect is, unfortunately, it's very accurate. And that's not in a negative way, like, because some people like will say, well, Jordan was the greatest basketball player ever, that's why. But I'm like, yeah, but the Jordan effect happened before he was that.
Correct.
Like, and that's why I think that statement you made is accurate. Like, the Jordan effect happened before he was considered the greatest NBA player to ever play. So, like, even though people are like, it's unfair, Yeah. Now, I would say the contrast to that is, what if Miss Wilson is Jordan right now, and the Jordan effect is happening to somebody else?
Yeah, she becomes the Larry Bird effect.
Or hell, what if Caitlin Clark? Ooh, I don't want to say this and it sounds like I'm dissing her. But what if Caitlin Clark is to the WNBA? Because this is not going to be a diss or insult. It's actually a really, really awesome person to be compared to. But what if Caitlin Clark is the Dr. J of the WNBA? Yeah. Great. But nobody talks about Dr. J being the greatest player. We talk about him being the influence that brought all the greatness out.
And maybe you just need a catalyst. Maybe
that's what I'm saying. Maybe Caitlin Clark is the Dr. J. Because maybe that chick who just messed her knee up, Juju, maybe she is the person that is really the Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like who knows?
Shock heard around the world, man. Juju blew her knee. God knows everybody knew about it. Everybody knew about that quick too. It was, it was sad and stuff, but it was like, I knew that Juju blew her knee faster than I knew that that South Carolina won the national championship. Lost the national championship today. Like, I swear to God, I think they fell and people were like, Juju blew her knee. Like, she's still on the court when it's on when it goes on ESPN shit. Like.
It also.
That was like Shams out here doing that work, man. That dude's a beast. That guy works all the time because Shams put it out. And I was like, that guy.
Her reaction to it kind of is the reason it was too like that too.
Yeah. But, we'll see Juju next year, hopefully. If not, we'll see it a year after that. But
40 minutes about the women's basketball. That's women, if you want to feel like we are minimizing the WNBA or women's basketball, man, we just fucking talked about women's basketball 40 minutes on a non-sport show.
Yeah. Yeah. Next thing, shout out to Ovechkin. Broke the record today. We're not gonna talk 40 minutes about him. We'll give him a clap and we're gonna move on. Because, it's hockey. Nothing is hockey. Nothing is hockey. I just can't talk another 40 minutes.
Hockey don't do that for me.
However, it was interesting watching, because I did watch, I think it's TNT's broadcast, and they were talking about how Ovechkin takes like the worst passes and makes them into beautiful shots. And of course, the person who was showing how all that worked, it being Ovechkin at the time, was a black guy. And I found that to be just internally hilarious, but whatever. Because there are 3 other white guys there, but the black guy was telling you how Ovechkin makes all his shots beautiful. And I was just kind of like, shout out, bro. I don't even know who he is. But he seemed to know his way around.
And other than Wayne Gretzky and Messier, I don't think I can identify any hockey player by looking at them.
I know a little bit. I know enough to be dangerous, but that's about it. So yeah, man, like, let's quickly get into what we're going to talk about today. But it's about women, of course, because this show is all about women. Ovechkin. So here's the thing I want to talk about today, because throughout the years, we talk about, we've bashed women, unfortunately. We talk about how men ain't shit. We've talked about, we talk about that we're here. But we don't really talk about how we get there. And when I say how, not the whole we dated for 5 months and 5 years and then we decided to get married shit. No. How did we start this process? And so that's what this question is about, really. Shout out to AG, the man's in parts unknown. Hopefully he'll be back with us next week. But yeah, my question to you, Moby, is like, so when you saw when you were single and mingling, when you saw a young lady, did you wait for a connection, or did you just say, "F it, I'm going in. I'm going in for the strike"? How did you do your dirt?
I don't. I still, to this day, I still don't understand this question. Like, what do you mean? Like, because ain't everything a case by case thing? Like, I don't.
Some people got their thing. Like, we'll talk about me. You know, the single guy here. We'll talk about me. Like, for me, because I feel like I've gone a lot of places and I've seen a lot of beautiful women. However, I don't step to all of them simply because, I mean, look, you know, I play in my weight class, player. Like, I ain't crazy. But the other thing is, I feel like I just can't walk over. I'm not that guy who just walk over to somebody and be like, "What's up, girl? How you doing?" "Oh, how you doing? My name's Ruben." You know, whatever. That's not my stilo. Not in the least. I can't do it. I'm never gonna be able to do it. It is what it is. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna be able to do it, but right now, that is not in my repertoire. But I had noticed when I do step to a young lady, I feel like my thing is I gotta lock eyes, you know, and not because you look at people, you know, and they look at you. But I guess my thing is I don't look at everybody's eyes just because that's not what I do. However, if I do see a young lady and we do lock eyes and I feel comfortable enough with what I'm looking at, then yes, I will move over and make that move. Now, some guys got it different where women come to them. Some guys just say, "F it." They see a pretty young lady. "What's up, girl? How you doing?" Or maybe, you know, maybe there's something else. Maybe you got a joke or something. And it just so happens, you know, you say your joke, people around you laugh, and you're laughing as you walk over to her. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Like, what is the thing that makes you interested enough that you need to go talk to her? Like, what is there something you do? Is it something, or they just come to you because you just be beast moding it like that? Because for some people, that's just what it is, you know. But for others, some people have a way about them that they have to go through. You know, okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, this happens, so I'm gonna go ahead. You know, like a Twister Block book. If this happens, you go to page 62. If this happens, you go to page 31. You know, and you pick the wrong page, you get dissed or whatever, and then you gotta start the book over. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, before you actually introduce yourself, before you know who she is, like, is there something that's got to happen between you two to make you want to go talk to her? Or is it just like, she hot, I'm horny, let's go?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm probably the most fluid communicator. And what I mean by that is, like, bro, I think maybe when I was a teenager and just on some macho stupid shit at the mall with friends trying to get girls' numbers, that's probably like the only time I've ever like truly cold approached a woman. But I mean, honestly, I've probably always been the most no gaming-ness having dude ever. And the reason I say no gaming is because, like, I don't have a line. I just don't mind talking, and like I can just end up in a conversation. And if I ended up in a conversation and the fluidity happened, it happened. Like I don't think there aren't too many examples in my life where I really truly feel like I saw somebody, I approached them, and I made that shit happen. Like, that's not what happens with me. Like, I ain't have it like that, or it's just not in me. Now, you said the eye contact thing. Like, bro, I'm an eye contact person, bro. Like, I make eye contact with people just when I talk. Like, that's just kind of how I do things. I get in random conversations with people, or people don't mind getting in random conversations with me. I don't know which one it is, because like I'm honestly not the start a conversation person. I'm just kind of the person that gets in the conversation and I'm there. You know, once I'm in a conversation, I guess I'm all right. But yeah, man, I honestly don't know. Like, I don't think I have I don't know what it is, but basically, if I can get in a conversation with somebody and they appear to like the conversation, then I'm in there. Like, that's
So you just walk up to women and start having a conversation?
no, but I'm just saying, in life you have that's what I'm saying. I don't really have too many instances in which I just walked up to a woman and started talking to her. Now, I might have been around and something happened and I made a comment and then we started talking. Like, that's like, I am a social commentator. I will say that I am a social commentator. I have got in conversations at stores with people, especially back in the day. That was kind of, okay, maybe that was my thing. Like, if something funny happened, I would say if something funny happened, I'm gonna point that shit out. But then again, it was never really an intention of mine. Like, I honestly am pretty oblivious to connections. Like, shit just happened.
Okay. Well, Brett says he never cold approach women. He always works on first impressions. Funny and smart. I only pick women I meet in person. In college, he was everyone's little secret. No game, no rep. Just a math science tutor that smashed.
Hey, man, he was a tutor. That's mad.
Well, you need help with them ABCs, girl? I got you.
Hey, look, man, I honestly, like, you kind of rolled your eyes at me when I was just like, yo, man, I really ain't got no game, man. Like, I've never felt like I had quote unquote game. Like, it was just like, bro, I am just not gonna fuck up conversations. Like, that's pretty much what it is. Like, I guess I've always done a moderately decent job of my life of just being like, hey, if I'm in a conversation, I ain't gonna fuck it up.
Would your wife agree with that?
Nah, man, she would not agree with that. I don't know why what she would say. But yeah, I mean, cause like, I ain't had no game when I talked to her. Like, I guess, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I ain't had no game when I talked to her. She swears she was trying to talk to me earlier, and I just didn't pick up on it. I was just like, man, whatever. Like, we would have a conversation. Like, I have casual conversation with a lot of people.
I mean,
or as she tells, there was a story that she tells that I still think is absolute bullshit. I'm just gonna preface the story right now that I think the story is bullshit. Apparently, we were in training together, which I guess I remember. We were in lots of trainings at work. So we were in a training together, and she said, I think we had a lunch break or we were leaving. I can't remember if we were leaving for lunch or leaving for the day.
Mm-hmm.
But she said a group of us were on the elevator and they were going to go somewhere. And she said she asked me to come with them. And she was like, I said no because I was going to smash somebody. And I was like, first of all, I can't see myself, even though we was just cool, I can't see me looking at her and be like, yeah, I'm about to go smash something right quick though, so I'm gonna have to get a rain check. That's not even no shit I would say.
I mean,
like, I might be like, it's none of your business, and I appreciate if you stay out of my personal affairs. I'll see you tomorrow. Like,
now that you would have definitely
exactly. You can hear me saying that, but like,
I mean, I've heard you say that.
Yeah, to just be like, yeah, I would. That sound cool and all, but I'm about to go entertain another young lady. Come on, man. What part of the game is that?
Yeah,
not it's not mine.
I was gonna say you would never say that. That don't mean that's not what you did. That just means you would never say that.
That's the thing. Like, I can't even definitively say she was lying. I'm just like, yo, I just don't remember that shit happening. So those are two different statements. Like, I don't remember it going down like that.
Hilarious. Is that how you feel like you got your wife?
Nah, man, I don't know how that happened. I mean,
just fell in it. I mean,
nah, man. I guess like, you know,
put some work in. I mean, what we doing?
Put some work in. Like, shit, man. Like,
I don't know where this shit man's going. I don't know if he's put in work or it's like, hell no, I ain't put in work.
No, I would say like there was no work because like it didn't.
She was already there.
And I'm just saying it didn't start off like with. It definitely wasn't no cold communication of like I'm not about, I ain't walk up to her like that. In fact, the first time she truly talked to me, she was talking shit to me. Like,
I mean, come on, man. Well, we all know back in the day, you know, girls like it if they talk shit to you. Boys pick on you if they like you.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I think she was transferring to our store, and she called the store. I don't know what the fuck she was calling the store for, but my dumb ass ended up being the person that picked up. and I was like, I said my name, and she said her name, and I was like, I knew who the fuck she was. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, I'm the person.
Her presence.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm the person that's gonna come show you how to. I'm like, oh, whoa, like
you need to slow down over there.
Yeah, I ain't even got like I guess
know who you come
I guess we had a reputation at our store for having like ego selling or whatnot, and I mean it's true. It was true. Yeah. Unfortunately, she was talking to the person that did not have that. Like, no. I was just like, hey, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I see you when you get here. You know what I'm saying? You and your whack ass ex. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, he was already there.
That's what I'm saying. I see both of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, she couldn't sell that.
I actually say that, man. Like, I ain't mean that, but I did think that in my head when she came at me like that, and that's not even an attack on him. That's just because I felt like, you know, I was being attacked. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to do.
Hey, sometimes people get straight, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, my bad. Shout out to not shouting out him, but like, hey, bro, like, I ain't really, you know, I ain't got no problem with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, in fact, thanks. You know what I'm saying? Like, thanks for being you, I guess. You know.
Thank you for being a sorry ass.
Hey, look, you said that. I'm just saying, hey, thanks it didn't work.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got no issues with that.
Thanks it didn't work.
I mean, hey, two things can be true at the same time.
You're right, but I'm just saying that's, you know, I ain't gonna talk about it. Like, because as far as I'm concerned, that dude is awesome. Like,
with a capital A.
I'm just saying, like, it worked out for me. So, like, hey, bro, good job.
Awesome. So, yeah, man, I kind of wanted to, you know, because we always talk about, you know, I mean, we don't be talking like women and shit or nothing, but we always talk about the end, the middle, and the end, but we never talk about the beginning. And that's what I want to talk about.
It's like, I guess because both, you know, me and you both have retail background, man. Like, hey, man, I have great admiration for them dudes that can make cold calls, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them dudes that just, like, go up to approach a random chick and, you know, hit them with whatever they hit them with. Like, if it's pickup line or just the, like, I mean, once again, I said in high school, I probably done that before, but, like, man, like, that's weird to me, bro. Like, I don't know why. It's always been weird to me, like, to just go up to a chick and be like, hey, I think you're attractive, and I would like, hey, like, maybe I'm just traumatized from, like, my childhood, my background of where I'm from, man, because, like, I swear, if you approached a chick nice like that, like, you was gonna be called gay. Like, gay or soft or both, or like, yeah, corny. Like, hey, like, it was just hard to just go approach a chick like that. And I'm not even saying that I don't know, Kyle, like, I can have a conversation with anybody. I wasn't too shy to talk to somebody, but like, cold conversation and be like, hey girl, what's up with it though? Like,
I mean, you know, back then they said you corny, and you know what? You know who else is corny? Russell Wilson's corny, but he went to Sierra, so I mean, it worked for him.
I mean, you can say that.
That's what women call him. They call him corny.
I mean, you can say he corny, but like,
I don't think he's corny.
I mean, I'm just saying, even though women can say that, and you can be like, it worked for him, like, that nigga rich. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really kind of already, you started on third base with a lead, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, not with a lead.
I'm just saying, like, you started on third base with a lead, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was in there. It was a wild pitch. All you had to do was go home.
Awesome. What's on your mind, Moby?
Shit, I ain't really got nothing on my mind, man. Like, I've been AAUing it all weekend somewhat.
Cool.
And hey, man, this AAU thing is, man, AAU just is a weird creation. I mean, cause truly, if you think about what AAU sports are, like just purely define AAU sports to some random person who knows nothing about it, it all sounds great. It's like, what is AAU basketball? Oh, it's travel teams that allow kids to get exposure and travel and play basketball and work on their craft. It actually gives colleges like another place where they can go view you and play basketball. So sometimes if you're on a really bad high school team, or, you know what I'm saying, if you're not getting that much love and looks during high school, you can a place where you can go develop your game and get better. And you say that and it's like, man, what could be wrong with that? And then you show up to an AAU tournament and you be like, the fuck is wrong with these people, bro? Like, like the parents are just like, I think that's what bothers me the most, man. I really don't know how to be a rational parent. I don't know how to do it. So, prime example, today, I'm watching our girls in the championship game, and the team that they're playing also has a whole bunch of girls that they were teammates with just a couple weeks ago in their rec season, won a championship. So I'm in the stands and I'm sitting beside dads of the other parents, so we dap each other. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? Because we're all cool. They look at me, they're like, hey, you were a coach of my daughter. We're all cool. Even though your daughters are playing against my daughters now. Everything's great.
Or at least between y'all.
Yeah, so no, it means everything's great between the girls. Like, they're all cool. I mean, they joke about it, like, hey, we can't be talking to the ops before the game. And I'm like, bitch, whatever. Y'all love each other. But but I don't look at my daughters as if they're anything other than basketball players. So I don't have this false delusion that they're something that they're not. So, like, I don't walk in every gym thinking, oh, my daughters would be D1 basketball players if only the coach would give them a chance. But no, I'm like, hey, they're getting better, they're growing, they work hard, they got a lot of really good traits. But I don't sit there and think my daughters are awesome and everybody else's suck. But I realize a lot of parents have that in them. Like, my daughter is great. And I'm not talking about any of these dads that I was with, because these was actually the cool ass dads. But I seen some that just like, oh, and they'll be complaining, put her in the game. Why is she not in the game? Because she sucks, baby. Like, it's okay. She ain't there yet. It's okay for your daughter not to be good at basketball yet. You know what I'm saying? I was the first person that said that. You remember years ago when I said Carrie made the middle school team. You were like, how is she? I'm like, she's terrible. I'm saying she's terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's all over the place. Because I am a basketball fan and coach first. Like, yes, that person came out of my balls, but that doesn't mean she can ball. She has to work for that. But like, the dads was like talking, and I realized that I am so good at being rational dad. These niggas didn't even know I had daughters on the team. Ruben, they thought I was just a coach that liked helping out, and I showed up. And they thought my wife was a single mom.
Oh, wow.
that, you know what I'm saying, they thought I was just like, I'm like, yo, y'all did see me driving them to practice and shit. They like, oh, we thought you was just a helpful coach helping out us. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
that's what we do.
And because I was like, yeah, they were, because this is how the conversation sparked. So Cadence wasn't there Saturday because she was at a camp. So Sunday she came today. So she's in the game, and she catches the ball, first shot she takes 3, she laces that bitch, just solid 3. And one of the guys was like, "Who is that?" And one of the other coaches was like, "Oh, that's Cadence from," because that's Cadence, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
So
she wasn't here.
They put she wasn't together.
Like, yeah, she wasn't here yesterday. Yeah. So Werner was just like, "Yeah, that's Kira's little sister." So the dude looked and was like, "Wait a minute, what?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's Kira's younger sister." And she was like, "Oh, I was," and she was like, "Yeah," and so everybody laughed. She's like, "Yeah, that's the younger one," even though she, you know, bigger. I get it. She was like, "No, don't worry."
She didn't say little sister. She said,
"Yeah, that's the younger one." But she said, "We get it." But then she made a statement. She was like, "Yeah, you know, a lot of people don't know that they're sisters, because I mean, honestly, they don't really act alike. They don't. I mean, if you look at them, they have similarities, but I mean, nobody's gonna walk in and be like, hey, they're clearly related." But she was like, yeah, a lot of people don't know they're sisters. And she was like, shoot, a lot of people don't even realize that who their dad is. And the dude was like, who's their dad? And I'm sitting right there, and I'm like, what? And I ain't saying that. I'm just like thinking. And she was like, yeah, a lot of people don't even know that's and she pointed at me. She's like, that's their dad. And they was like, and one of the dudes was like, oh, I thought number 21 was your daughter, if anything. And I'm like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, which probably is messed up, because as a coach, I probably should know who number 21 is. I figured it out. I know who that person is. But
well,
like,
you
immediately,
call by name, you don't call.
Yeah, but immediately when you said 21, I was like, who the fuck is 21? Like, and why would I be driving 2 other girls to practice and not my own daughter? Like, what? But she was like, and then one of the dudes was like, hey man, well, I gotta give it to you. You definitely don't play favorites, because I didn't even know they were your daughters. Like, you never coached them like they were. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, because I'm their fucking coach. Like, I don't
hey man.
I mean, like, look, if Kira does some stupid shit in the game, she did some stupid shit in the game. But I don't really yell at people. So I mean, I guess to say I'm hard, I'm not really a hard, but I mean, yeah, I appreciate. And my wife was like, yeah, he doesn't really want people to know they're his daughters when he's coaching. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, they don't need to know. Like, they don't even call me dad during practice. They really
call you Coach Tico?
I know, they actually just don't talk to me. So it's really just like being at home.
Don't talk to me.
I mean, it's just like being at home. They don't really talk to me. I mean, they don't need anything at practice, so they don't have a reason to talk to me. So when they get home, if they need something, they might say something. But yeah, man, like, AAU parents are delusional, man. Like, there are kids out there who, and the thing is, it sucks because it makes people get mad and feel mad at the kids. And like me, I don't get mad at a kid for not being good. But parents hate to see other kids be bad, especially if they feel like their kid should be playing over their kid.
Of course.
And I'm just like, yo, man, like, realistically, we're in the gym with, I don't know, maybe 100 girls. I mean, realistically, 10 of them might play college basketball. These are odds, man. Like, I didn't make these odds. That's just reality.
10 of them right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe, no, I'm talking about, like, statistically speaking, maybe 10% of these girls in this local AAU tournament that's not sponsored by any affiliate. So this is just a local random tournament. We'd be lucky to have 10 girls have Division I scholarships in this room. And y'all are acting like the WNBA lottery is about to happen next week with your 13-year-old. Like, come on, man. Like, just let them get better. Let them have fun. Like, I honestly, I think AAU has ruined more kids from sports than we'll ever talk about. And not because like AAU in principle is bad, but like I just think when you stop making a sport fun, or when a parent kills the joy from a sport,
Yeah.
how can I ask this kid to work really, really hard at something that makes their life miserable?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because if they're not in it for their own reasons, then the question is why they're in it. Because if they're in it for their parents, then they're just going to be in it for their parents, which means they eventually become to resent all of it.
Yeah, I mean, because like, look, I have two daughters that have polar opposite personalities. Like Cadence is the Allen Iverson of the household. Like, she practice. Like, what the fuck is practice? Like, she just want to show up and play the goddamn game. Like, she's like, I don't need
to be like, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't need all this working out and all this film study and working on my craft. Man, fuck it, kill all that shit. Like, put the ball out there, let's play, and I'll figure this shit out on the fly. And Kira is the polar opposite, because Kira's like,
she's working all the time.
Yeah, Kira's like, hey man, I got to be good at this thing, because Kira is just, I don't know, man.
That's all I got.
It's not that, like, honestly, and I say this like with all love, I feel like basketball is the first thing she wanted to do, like wanted to be good at, that she wasn't good at. So she spent all of her time like trying to be good at it, because everything else that she does, she was just naturally good at it. And then basketball was just like, nah, you weren't naturally good at it. You're fucking athletic. I'll give you that. She's athletic as hell. But now she's starting to catch up with the athleticism, and she's got a reputation, and people like, you know, think highly of her. Like, I'm super proud of her, but more for the person she is, not the basketball shit. The basketball shit's just catching up.
Yeah.
But like nobody works harder than her. Like, I don't know where she came from, because I'm be honest, I was Cadence. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, this practice shit, like, hey, what we doing, bro? Let's just get to the fucking games, bro. Now I was different than her. Like, I wanted to play all the time. I feel like Cadence could be like, hey man, if I just play basketball on game day once a week, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. And me, I wanted to play every day. I just didn't necessarily like practice. But if like I'd go play pickup basketball every fucking day. But like, nah, she's just like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? She is too fucking cool for school. Literally. She's just like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna go out here, get these buckets. I'm gonna set these screens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna foul some motherfuckers real hard. And you know, I'm gonna go home. And Kara's out here like, hey man, I gotta work on these wind sprints. I gotta work on my ball handling.
Gotta be faster.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to come off screens. I've been working on my left hand a lot. And I'm just like, I don't know where you got this from. I'm gonna assume this like really high drive to work came from your mom. Because like, I'm gonna be honest, I was just lucky to be smart and athletic, because if I'd had to work that hard to get good at basketball, shit wouldn't have happened. I'd been like, hey man, fuck this game, bro.
Wow. Let him know. So, wow. All right. So that's what's on your mind?
Yeah, man. Just AAU, man. Parents, like, let your kids play. Like, look, man, like help your kids out, man. Look, once again, I was lucky because a lot of the parents that we coached this year were all really reasonable, supportive. Like, bro, it was great. So you see, I'm genuinely happy when I go to these AAU tournaments and I see these dads. 'Cause I'm just like, hey, man, these black fathers are just, you know, really fans of their daughters. They supportive. They got the cameras out and shit.
Hey, I mean, That's what you're supposed to do, right? Support your kid.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they do. You got to be there for them. You got to celebrate their wins and be a shoulder to cry on their losses.
Yeah, man, but you ain't got to lie to them.
Nah, definitely not.
Because there are too many parents out there lying to their kids. Like, if your kid sucks at something and they ask you how they did, tell them the truth. Baby, you need to work. you need
That don't work.
You are just awful. And you might not be awful forever. but right now, you're awful. And look, you give good energy. I like your spirit. I like your drive. But your game is not good.
Whack.
So if you want to be good at it, let's put the work in. And if you don't, stop making me pay all this goddamn money to come see your ass be terrible.
Not to mention paying for the practice.
Once again, you got to pay for AAU. And then every tournament, you got to pay, like, it depends on the tournament, but upwards to $50 just to see your kids play.
I'm glad I have kids. Kids are expensive. Well, all right. Thank you, Father of the Year. You know, keep that race going. I got a feeling you might win it again this year, so just be careful. So today I want to tell a little story about how, hey man, positive karma comes back. So once again today I cut the grass. You know, it's like 10:30. Feeling pretty good. I cut my front yard. Normally I'm tired as F, but I wasn't even tired, man. I didn't have any sweat, nothing. I was like, oh snap. Like, I guess it's working out, even though I lose no damn weight. It's helping me in my other parts of my life. Word. So I go to the back and I was like, well, I'm gonna cut this piece right here because I got tree limbs in my backyard, because the tree in my backyard has decided that, you know, we out this bitch, but it's a big tree. So eventually I had to get some professionals to fix this shit, but that's not what's part of the story. So I was like, well, I'm gonna see if I can put the blade on my joint, on my electric one, and come out here to cut today. I'm cutting grass. I'm minding my own. I got my earphones in. I'm listening to In the Club by 50 Cent. And I look up, and my neighbor, because we share a fence, from in the backyard to his backyard, he flags me down. And I was like, oh shit. I've been here 2 years. Never met this guy. You know, I gave him the how you doing when he's cutting his grass on his riding lawnmower, you know, but that's not what we talking about today. That I need a riding lawnmower, but once again, that's a tape for another time. So he's like, man, how's it been going? I was like, good, you know, introduce each other, you know, his name, Remain Singer, hey Ruben, you know, whatever. He's like, hey man, I see your trees falling apart. I was like, yeah man, I'm gonna have to get rid of that thing by August, because in Virginia, Southeast Virginia, we have hurricanes and shit. And my house is, that tree is one hurricane from that shit, lifting that shit up, and I got a tree on my house. So he's like, well, if you want, I'll cut the wood down for you so you can put it out in the front so they'll come get it. I was like, first I was shocked, man. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm waiting for this catch. So I wait like 2 or 3 seconds. I was like, you sure? He's like, yeah, man, no problem. I was like, awesome, thank you. You know, I appreciate it. And so he went and got his baby saw. Very small saw, but you know what? It was gas power, was doing what it did. So he's literally cutting his yard, cutting it. And pieces I can move around, because in, you know, where I live at, we could put it out in the front, but if it's too long, they won't take it. And they'll be like, yo, we can't take this because it won't fit in the joint. Word. So he's like, yeah, man, they'll be here Thursday when they dump your trash. They always come every Thursday. I was like, word, because I didn't really know. I knew my trash comes on Thursday, but I didn't know when they come, because we also have recycling. And I have no idea what recycling comes, because I don't recycle shit. Another story for another time. But nah, man, it was kind of cool. Like, he just came over, spent 20 minutes of his time, helped me cut up the limbs and shit to smaller pieces. I thanked him. I was like, hey, what I owe you? He's like, nah, man, it's all good. I was like, for real? Yeah. Like, I was skeptical, man, because, I was like, hey, I won't really have to pay nobody, no. But, when somebody does something for you, it's customary to offer, how much do I owe you? And he was like, nah, man, it's all good. Just try to do the neighborly thing. Cool. And I say all that to say this. Like, man, that positive karma that you build up, you never know when you need that shit, son. And like, I might have depleted my karma for the day, but all I know is I got a bunch of tree limbs cut up and I can move that shit on Wednesday and put it in the front so they come take that motherfucker so I can finish cutting the rest of my backyard. And all because, neighbors, he came out, like he literally came out, and I guess he saw me cutting like a small part of the grass in the back. And he was like, yo, man, let me help him out. And I was like, well, shit, that's some nice shit, yo. So that's all I'm saying. Like, keep that positive karma, be nice to people, and people will be nice to you. And with that being said, I'd like to thank y'all for being nice to us and listening to the podcast today, the live podcast. Of course, it'll be out this weekend. So if you missed anything or you don't want to watch the video, you can listen to it on this weekend. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Hey man, we on this joint every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not CPT, not WPT, not nothing. All I'm saying is 9 o'clock, we gonna be here. If we're not here at 9 o'clock, that shit's my fault. I like to thank Mo B for being here with me tonight. And I like thank everybody who listens to us live, that sort of thing. Hey, look, be nice to people because you never know when somebody's gonna be nice to you. And with that being said, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.